1999 I bought this. Be our depth. You don't want to watch me dig that, so stand by. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. Easy as that. Good morning, or good afternoon. So I've put a compacted hardcore base in. So I'm just going to put a little sand blinding to smooth it in over the top. Then we can put a waterproof membrane on. Excellent. Alright, so I'm putting a damp proof course in, just bringing it up to the level of the old floor for now. If I ever get round to lowering the floor here and putting a concrete floor in, I can just tack that in. So let me get this damp proof in, then I'll build a frame, cut the armour to go in, then we're ready to put concrete in. We left off last time with me digging a hole in the floor, getting ready to put a base in for the new cylinder, which is too tall for the basement. Now, since doing that and now, we've had a massive storm, well, a couple actually, and water's made its way in underneath the damp proof that I'd put in already. It wouldn't have been a problem if the concrete was already in. Now it's a problem. So I'll show you what I mean. That's all water. So what we're going to do is pull all that out and then see what's underneath and see how we can tackle it. There is one good thing, that the damp proof obviously doesn't leak. So I'm quite pleased with that actually. Right, let's get this out and see what happens. Change of plan, I'm going for it. Put the form in, let's go make some concrete, otherwise I just never get it done. Okay, it took me a few hours. Go clean up, tidy all my tools up, and then for the heating video, probably go upstairs and start smashing stuff around. Good morning. So following that introduction, here we are. Let me just show you around what's going to happen. So I'll try and dig out a picture, but there was a stove here, a wood burning stove. And the flue went up, across, and then across into there. Yeah, not the best. It worked for a while, but anyway. So this is the location of the new stove. It's part of a wider scheme for the kitchen to update it all, because there's a lot of, I don't know, things that need redoing in here, decorating, blinds, no curtains are falling down. Anyway, it's on the list. Everything's on the list. I'll just show you what we've got here. So we've got a lintel that goes from one wall to another to support the inside course of a brick chimney, which you might, it's in there somewhere. You can see this square is formed of bricks within a stone wall. So that's a course of bricks, and this side is a course of bricks, and then it's rendered on each side. Inside that You see that? Oh, yeah. Is a 150mm flue liner that goes all the way to the top. This bottom bit here is removable, so we can sweep the chimney from here. As you can see, when it rains, it gets wet. So the reason this is like that is that's going to be a doorway through to the terrace extension eventually. So I'm going to keep that in mind while I do it. I have the door for that already, so we may or may not get around to that, I'm not sure. This is all about the stove. So we're going to take this box out and see what's inside there. Take all this off, take this shelf out, take this whole area back to the original walls, and then we'll talk through what we're going to do later. Well, it's 8th of October, but in the sun it's 42 degrees out there. It's quite warm in here as well. Anyway, where are we at? So all those stone cladding things have been removed. You can see where with the heat resistant plasterboard, not really needed to be honest, but it's got to be there anyway. So now I'm going to take all the plasterboard off here, all the way around up to there, and take this boxing out so we can see what's there. Okay, end of the first day on the heating system. This is what we've got. We've got the elbow coming out the wall there for the flue, so we'll get to that later. A wooden lintel. I've measured this gap and it's too small for the door I've got, so we'll leave that for now and just square it off, make it a standard size. So all the wall was battened off, and you can see the old pictures that me and my dad and probably my mum as well were drawing. It's nice to look back at that. It was 10 years ago, and I remember thinking then, this was temporary, thinking I wonder what it will look like when it's properly done. Wonder what's going to go here. What will future Andy do? Well, I'm about to find out. Okay, so what we want to do is to my plan is to feed in one to the thicker bits of reinforcing in there. No, the might as well go all the way, I guess. And then the same in there, maybe four bits. So 1, 2, 3, 4, crossed with 1, 2. Once that's tied together, I'm going to put the mesh on top to cover it all, and then tie it to the reinforcing, so it's not going to move. Plus it's going to be inside the wall, chemically fixed as well, so that the only point we actually have to support is this one corner here when we're thinking about underneath. So right, let's make a list and go cut it up. So these markings, what do they mean? Well, on the back of the stove there's an air pipe that needs to come up from below, which is going to be there. So I'm going to use this, just tack that in place. Then we've got a flow and return going down to the heating. So one there and one there. So I'm just going to drill the holes there. I'm going to do 32mm holes so I can put either 22 or 28 down. I'm not going to drill a hole for this now because I can do that after if I need to, but I'll just put this in before I do the concrete. Alright, that's that. Let's go and get the SDS drill and the laser level, I think. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to clean out the holes, put some chemical fixing in, and refix it in, holding it off the ground, and that should be it. There we go, all fixed in chemical fixings. In case you were wondering, they don't have wall ties in front. You know, if you're joining a wall to another wall at a 90-degree angle, you're building an extension or whatever. It actually says in the French book, yeah, that's the best word, is to use some rebar like this and chemically fix it in the existing wall so it pokes out like that, bend it a bit into the block that you're using, and then fill it with concrete. So yeah, it's pretty strong stuff, really strong. In fact, we're going to be using it for a lot of projects in this house because of the stone walls. Anyway, we'll get to that later. So I'm going to let this go off, probably take 10 minutes, that's it. It's raised off the floor, as you can see. Then we'll tie in the metal, cut it to length, and build the framework. Here we go. Time is it? 12 o'clock, starting at 10, 2 hours. Worst part now is cleaning up. So I'm gonna go do that. The surface looks quite nice, it's quite smooth. It's definitely dry. Nice level, which is good. And I've got, so I need 990 for the cylinder, so there. So I've got about 110, which is what we wanted, spare. The edge doesn't look too bad. I could smooth that off a bit later if I wanted. We'll see how we get on. Yeah, I'm pleased. Let's just see. I know the beams. I know the beam sag slightly, so let's see. I need 2090 for clearance. Can't get much closer than that.